Now with Season 7 right around the corner, I am really excited to get into a bunch of videos kind of explaining a lot of new stuff. But first, I really wanted to discuss Season 6 and kind of review it. I want to explain what the devs have been up to, what changes that they've done in Season 6 versus some other seasons, and some of the patterns that I've noticed with them, along with discussing some of the future of the finals and what to expect moving forward. And firstly, I want to say that Season 6 honestly was probably one of the best seasons, and I know a lot of people in certain groups might not find it was that good, but I think when you look at it from an overall perspective when it comes to them catering to casuals, competitive players, those in between, I feel like they did a good job of making sure that a lot of people were happy. It didn't feel like it was specifically catered to any particular group, and I'm really, really happy to see that they've really learned what to do when it comes to adding new stuff to the game, along with balancing the game. And I do feel like Season 6 was the most balanced season that we had, and I think it's really easy to jump to conclusions like, oh, well, the Cerberus, blah, blah, blah. But when we really look at it, stuff like Season 1, where we had the nuke meta, then we had stuff like Season 3 where we had terminal attack. We even had the model meta for a while. We've been through a couple different meta shifts here and there, but I really think that they've honed in on balancing the game quite well. However, this does kind of come with a little bit of a problem because they are balancing the game what feels like a little bit slower, whether it be less balance changes when they do a balance change, whether the balance changes might not feel as impactful. What we are seeing is that the changes that they do make do tend to make a little bit more sense now, and there isn't as many confusing changes. And even if it might not make sense to one group of players, it might make sense to another group of players. So what I mean by that is some changes might affect competitive players and some might affect casual players, and they seem to be trying to tweak things without overcooking in one category or the other. And I think they're doing a lot better than they have done in previous seasons. Now, obviously, it's not going to be perfect, and obviously we're never going to get to a perfect state that pleases everybody, but I think they're doing a lot better at making sure that they're not hindering certain playstyles when they make these balance changes. But again, keep in mind, just because they did one thing that wasn't really the best doesn't mean that the overall season wasn't packed full of a lot of really good changes. And from the get-go, this is one of the best seasons to start off. A lot of other seasons, there seems to be a lot of really, really clear outliers that are kind of big issues within the meta, but this season didn't really feel that way. Which leads me to kind of saying that the developers have learned a lot. And I think it really shows in a lot of the additions that they do, whether it be modes, balancing, and in general patches. It seems like they are doing a really good job of making sure that what they're doing makes more sense. It felt like some of the previous seasons, there might have been some changes that didn't make too much sense, but at least now it feels like we can kind of see the logic and some things do make sense. And I do think that developers have been doing really, really good each season, and I'm really, really impressed. And I think it shows in the feedback. There's a lot of people obviously still leaving some pretty interesting feedback in the Discord, but it seems like for the most part, there's a lot less complaints. A lot of the complaints that we do see seem to be all over the place. It's not like one glaring issue, which I think is a really good sign. Another thing I really want to shout out is the Heavy Hitters game mode. This is easily the best limited time mode that they have ever put out, and I will stand by that. I'm really, really happy with the addition of Heavy Hitters. I think this could become a stable mode in the game. They did a really, really good with this, and I would love them to cook a little bit more with it. Maybe even add some more modes that are similar to it, or even just expanding on the game mode and adding light and medium in whatever way that they feel suits the game. But genuinely, Heavy Hitters is one of the coolest game modes that they've added, and I absolutely love it. We've also noticed skins like the mythic skins being introduced, and a lot of the skins throughout the season have been getting better and better. This is one of the first seasons that I've just kind of spent a little bit too much, and I had to hold back because they are genuinely just dropping some of the most insane skins. And almost every week I'm like, oh crap, I gotta pull out my wallet again. There's just so many good skins that they keep adding over and over and over again, and they seem to keep outdoing themselves. And they do it so well that like a lot of times I end up picking up new classes and new weapons simply just to try these skins that are absolute bangers. So really, really good job there. And that leads me to Season 7, where the skins get even better. I absolutely love the Battle Pass, all these skins in the store. Literally everything about this season is extremely, extremely well polished when it comes to cosmetics. And let's be real, the map that they released is the best map that I have played personally. It looks absolutely beautiful. I think a lot of people who have played it can probably agree this is probably the best looking map in the game. And it flows really well. There's a lot of cool little additions that they've added that make it feel a lot more unique than some of the previous maps. It feels like they put a lot more care and love into this. And it really shows that this season, a lot of the additions that they're adding are more thought out. The gadgets feel a lot more polished and they seem to perform quite well. The skins are amazing. The map is amazing. A lot of the other additions that they're doing, whether it be like HUD related or game mode related, do seem to be really well polished and they seem to be very finished products. And I feel like previously we've had some issues with some of the new features that they add or new things that they do with the game, just kind of feeling not quite there. Some of the early testing limited time modes that we saw were almost like game modes that were already game modes in the game, but they just have different loadouts to it or something like that. But finally, we're getting to a point where there are some really, really cool additions being added to the game. And like I said, everything that they seem to be adding is just much better. Like, it's more polished, it makes more sense. You can really tell that the developers are improving each season, and that's why I think Season 7 is potentially one of their strongest seasons yet. I really think the developers have locked in on knowing what they should be delivering when it comes to additions to the game, rather than just simply delivering what seems to be expected, such as adding weapons and specs and all this that everybody expects to see every season. They're just locking in and making sure that what they do add is really, really good, and I'd much rather quality over quantity. Now, I'm not really going to be talking about balancing yet. This is more just about the development and additions to the game. But I do think that there are a lot of good decisions that the developers do make through balancing, but this isn't really a point about that. I'll try and discuss meta and balancing a little bit later, but I really do need some time to test it and make sure that whatever I bring you guys in terms of meta or loadouts and something like that does make sense. But feel free to share your opinions on balance below, because I would be curious what you guys are thinking about it while I do kind of explore some of the meta going forward. Now, with the majors around the corner, I feel like the marketing is going to start to go up, and we're probably going to see a little bit of an uptick in some of the competitive players to the game. And I'm really hoping that this is a really big growth period for the finals. I think it's in a really, really good state. They've done so much to the game. It feels like there's so much more that they can do, and I'm excited to see where the game develops and what gets added. And I feel like the majors is a fantastic opportunity for the finals to really, really expand and grow as a game. It could be a good sign. And another good sign I've been noticing is that a lot of organizations are actually reaching out to some of the top players in order to get sponsor deals, in order to partner with them. And some of these organizations are intending to build teams for the majors, which is a fantastic sign. Again, to see a lot of organization interest in a game like this is actually a really good sign for the future of the finals. So here's hoping that throughout Season 7 and going into Season 8, that the majors and the build up and hype towards it is a really big growth period for the game. Another thing is I feel like they've been doing a really good job at streamlining the new player experience. And I hope that they expand on that, because if we are to grow this game and get more players in, it'd be really nice to expand on making sure that all the new players coming to the game have a really good time and want to stay around. Now, this leads me to my kind of complaint, but I think we need to take this with a grain of salt. And that is that there are a little bit of slower updates and less updates, it feels, at least. I don't know if that's completely true, but it does feel like when there's balance changes, it doesn't affect as much. When there's additions to the new season, it doesn't feel like there is as much. But like I said, almost everything that they're doing is just better. It seems like we're adding better things, we're balancing in better ways, and we're just improving the game in a more quality over quantity way at this point, and I think that is really good. There are a lot of things in this game, and I think it's really easy to jump to the conclusion that, yes, they should be adding new weapons, they should be adding, multiple maps all the time, and new game modes every single patch, but realistically, it's better to just make sure that what you are adding is really, really good, because it's a lot better to play a game that is really well polished and doesn't have a lot going on versus a game that has a lot going on but just plays horribly. And the more that they add really good quality additions to the game, the more we're going to get that quantity over time. So while I understand some of the complaints of some people wanting weapons and more, I think we need to sit back and realize that quality is the better thing for the developers to look at. Now, I want to say thank you to all of my YouTube members. It means the world to me. I have some pretty big plans in the future for members. I'm going to be opening up a new tier in the future. We'll talk about that when we get there. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. Now I'm going to let you guys enjoy some old Season 6 gameplay along with some new Season 7 gameplay. And I will see you in the finals.
Behind though. 2, 1.
I'm reloading.
That was clean. That was clean.
Yeah. Play 2 bar.
No!
Oh, I kick out.
Oh,
Okay, there it is. Cool. Bro.
Bro.
Play in the bag. He's 1 bar.
Oh, I hit him once, bro. Okay, 32. Okay.
Dagger.
Final balance changes are with the meta and the weapons, but just in terms of aesthetics and all that kind of shit. And I think the new items they introduced, like the utilities and shit, like I like that idea. Just have to see how it fits in. If they need to do any balance changes, but I like making it the healing not so medium dependent.
That is fair. Does make it a little bit weird now that, because it's like, that's like its whole specialization though. So it's like, now that specialization is just kind of like useless.
It's null and void, right? Yeah, so you're saying that was a reason to have class differentiation? Yeah, for sure.
Kind of.
Yeah.
At least it's not like, maybe just give it a better healing gadget, and like, 2x it, like combo it with, I don't know.
Was it
on height again, by the way. My game's freezing. My game's literally freezing.
Medium on me, half. Medium on me, half. I'm out of ammo. He's defibing light right now.
Just play your life.
I'm trying.
I gooted off. Just gonna wait.
They went top floor.
I want to be somewhat close to
Wait
the
a
point.
second.
Yeah, they're top floor. Top
They're
floor.
near us. They're near us.
Medium dead. Medium
Come
dead.
on,
Medium
behind
dead.
We're going up. We're going
He's
up. We're
glitching
going up.
upstairs. Oh, I missed the glitch on him.
Heavy on me.
Heavy's last
Medium
left
behind
and
in
half.
the
20
open.
feet, dead.
One stealing. Another team stealing. Another team stealing.
I hit the dome.
Bro.
It's fine. It's fine.
Medium one bar.
Behind me? That's so bad.
I killed him. He's dead. On me, right here. He's grabbing res.
I'm 8 health.
I'm holding mesh. Dead one. Steal,
All
steal,
dead, all
steal, steal, steal.
Nee, how are you?
Orange on me. I say we go for this shit.
There's only one up on
whatever
purple.
we
Only
want.
one up on purple.
Yeah, orange is under us. Just go for it. I'm going. I'm coming.
He's in the window.
Just steal.
Right.
Outgun that guy.
Glitching some screens.
In front of me.
Good shit. Good shit.
Had it up.
Oh, it's on me. Take a zip up.
That's the last guy. That's the last
Not
guy.
the smartest guy. Kill him. You gotta stop that.
Yeah, this lobby is clueless.
I'm going back to the other point. Oh no, I don't even have
Nobody went for it. It's done. Like, I don't know what people in this lobby are doing.
I'm just running for my life.
I just
Still
missed every
alive.
shot. That's tragic.
I don't know how
All
I
my
live.
shots get blocked by a fucking banister. It's that guy's first kill of the fuck.
Okay.
Oh, there's
He's
so
hit
lit.
one
There's so
bar.
lit.
Let's kill 2 of them.
I'm getting.
Oh,
Wow, that's
okay. I think light is probably like the best class.
Coming to double this.
Charge deployed.
One shot out there, bro. No, you bitch! You bitch! How dare you?
You guys gotta lock in. Go, go, go. Try and get up here if you can. You see him on ping. That was Noah.
No, dead. No, dead.
Nice. Good kill.
Glitch grenade.
I'm getting on point.
On me.
I saw straights. You see him on the left.
Eric dead.
I'm
Two dead.
taking, I'm
Two
taking,
dead.
I'm
This
taking.
one guy.
I'm taking.
It's light. He's gone. I got him back.
Nice! Good job, good job, good job, good job. On it. Straights, there's one. Oh my god.
Eric chasing low.
Dead.
Straight's dead. Medium was low, but
Nice.
I'm reloading.
Oh.